developed a policy framework to harness the potentials of its blue economy. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa at the 2025 Ondo State Environmental Protection Agency Summit in Akure expressed commitment to exploring the state's aquatic wealth for sustainable development. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole has details.
The 2025 Ondo State Environmental Protection Agency Summit, held at the International Culture and Events Center, the Dome in Akure, brought together stakeholders from all sectors of the economy. The summit, themed Harnessing Blue Economy for Sustainable Development in Ondo State, aims to further chart a way to harness the potentials for sustainable growth. The Commissioner for Environment, Top Loco, said the state is blessed with abundant aquatic and marine resources, featuring an approximately 75-kilometer Atlantic coastline and extensive waterways, hence the importance of exploring and discussing the opportunities that natural assets offer.
The realization of these opportunities requires more than just a vision. It demands coordinated planning, targeted investments, innovative policy frameworks, effective pollution control, and the sustainable management of our blue resources.
Chairman on the occasion and Vice Chancellor Olusegun Agagu, University of Science and Technology, Osrc, Professor Temi Ologun-Orisha, represented by Dr. Cecilia Oluwamudupe, highlights the state's blue economy as a strategic resource.
The awareness is just coming up that people or the policymaker should start looking into blue economy. You know, there are so many opportunities that resides in the ocean.
It does not become a burden, many years down the line, in which the economic opportunity is taken care of, but this is not sustainable for instance, for the host community and for the future generation.
In their goodwill messages, Chairman, Nigerian Environmental Society, Ondo State Chapter, Bola Akinyomi, and State Coordinator, Community Action Against Plastic Waste, Ahmed Tiamiyu, says the industry faces numerous challenges and called for proper management of the blue economy. Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, represented by Ms. Leah Akinferi-Soye, opined that the blue economy is a paradigm shift aimed at utilizing vast opportunities of the ocean to create jobs and empower the younger generation.
The theme, harnessing the blue economy for sustainable development, resonates deeply with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to support, empower, and protect Nigerian youths, and her ministry's mission and core values, most especially the blue and circular economy.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, through the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Taiwo Fashoranti, stated that the government is making concerted efforts to develop its coastal and maritime resources, aiming to create more than 10,000 jobs for young people.
In line with our administration's overall commitment to unlocking the immense potential of the blue economy, being a strategic pillar of our development mantra, our East agenda, we are advancing initiatives that align with global sustainability principles and local economic priorities. Key among these are development of a blue economic master plan to provide a strategic roadmap for investment, innovation, and long-term ecological stewardship.
Aiyedatiwa stated that the state is strategically positioned for business and urged investors to seize the opportunity. He noted that with appropriate policies and regulations, the state can fully harness its ocean resources to build a brighter future for its people. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
To health now, the Ondo State government, in partnership with the United Nations Children's Fund, has launched the State Multi-Sectoral Plan of Action for Food and Nutrition, a 5-year strategy valued at over 6 billion naira. The event brought together stakeholders from government agencies, health institutions, and nutrition experts to deliberate on the plan's implementation framework, sharing insights aimed at ensuring the roadmap achieves its set objectives. Osrc's correspondent Abidemi Akinrotoye reports.
Nutrition is central to health. productivity, and sustainable development. Yet, inadequate diets continue to rob millions globally of opportunities for growth and well-being.
Yes, and all the directors to look at this.
In Ondo State, Multi-Sectoral Plan of Action for Food and Nutrition (OSMP FAN 2025 to 2029) has been designed as a holistic intervention to reverse this trend. Representing the Administrative Secretary of Economic Planning and Budget, Segun Akoshile explained that the initiative is targeted at addressing the plight of malnourished children across the state.
This document was also prepared in line with the federal government's renewed hope agenda, which focuses on boosting agriculture in order to achieve food security as well as education, health, and social investment. In addition, the document has been developed in tandem with the cardinal goals of our EASE, development agenda of the present administration in Ondo State.
Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Olaolu Akinkolye, launched the 5-year plan, emphasizing the need to prioritize food and nutrition for sustainable development, especially among children under 5 years.
This document will strategically address myriad of challenges endemic in human nutrition, such as malnutrition, food insecurity, lack of awareness, and inadequate advocacy, among many others. It is also expected that this document will serve as an advocacy and resource mobilization tool to secure partnerships and funding.
State Nutrition Officer Kikelomo Adejuwon, alongside the chairman of the Nutrition Society of Nigeria, Fumilayo Omotoye, emphasized that success depends on collective action and timely release of funds for nutrition-focused programs across ministries, departments, and agencies.
We thank God for the launching of the Ondo State Multi-Sectorial Action on Food and Nutrition. So each MDAs are enjoying to look into that document and see what they can do in order to reverse this trend.
The conversation among stakeholders underscored the present need for coordinated implementation, ensuring the plans delivers measurable impact on child survival, growth, and overall food security. Spanning 2025 to 2029, OSMP FAN represents a transformative blueprint aimed at eradicating malnutrition and strengthening food systems across Ondo State's 18 local government areas. Abidemi Akinrotoye, Osrc News.
In the meantime, to reduce malaria cases, Ondo State government has started the distribution of over 3.6 million insecticide-treated mosquito nets to households across the state. But concerns are growing that some of the free nets are being sold illegally. Blessing Obe tells us more.
Malaria remains one of the world's most pressing public health threats, a leading cause of sickness and death in Africa. Nigeria carries the heaviest burden globally, accounting for 27% of malaria cases and 37% of deaths. Children under 5 and pregnant women are the most vulnerable. To tackle this, the Ondo State government, in partnership with the National Malaria Elimination Program and Malaria Consortium, launched a mass distribution of insecticide-treated nets across the 18 local government areas of the state. Feed workers in malaria-branded uniforms move door to door, registering families and handing out nets. The campaign manager for the distribution in Ondo State, Abiodun Ojo, says progress has been steady, stressing that insecticide-treated nets remain one of the most effective tools for preventing malaria.
For distribution, we have a training of the various campaign personnel, which help in distributing this net across all the 2 or 3 wards in the state. And after the training, there was also another level of training for the people at the LGA level, because we want this net to reach also the grassroots. So basically, it's 8-day distribution to cover 1.2 million households with 3.6 million nets. When you connect the nets, you have to hear it for 24 hours under the shade. After hearing it for 24 hours, then you now bring it to your bed space, hang it to your bed space. You put it in the 4 cardinal points of your bed, and when you want to sleep under it, you ensure that you tuck it in.
The usage of the mosquito nets, aside from the prevention of malaria, which claims so many lives globally, especially for pregnant women and children, you understand? So it will also reduce the transmission of that infection, of this disease entity.
Residents welcomed the exercise, calling it a crucial step in protecting households against malaria.
Thanks so much to the government. We really appreciate for the gift because it's free. So because we want to go and buy it now, it's almost 4,000 or 5,000 that they are selling it, but they give us free of charge that we should be using it.
However, reports suggest that some of the free nets are being sold illegally. Malaria Consortium's Demand Creation Advisor Dr. Olubumi Ojelade explains that some households inflate their family size to collect extra nets, which they later sell.
It's unfortunate that this is happening. We want people at home to understand that, number one, insecticide-treated nets, ITNs, are meant to prevent us from getting malaria. And that malaria is still a serious matter in Nigeria and serious matter in Ondo State. If you bring 10 people together in Ondo State, you have at least 3 of them having malaria. And not everybody is seeking the right treatment for malaria. If you know this is important, you won't collect something that will prevent you from disease, and then the next thing is that you're going to try to sell it. And then we also see people using them to cover gardens. Gardens are not infected by malaria. So there is no reason why we should cover our gardens with nets. So what we have been doing is continuous engagement with the community members, so just like what we are doing now. Please, people at home, have this understanding. The net is meant to prevent you from malaria. Don't sell and don't buy. The nets have been given out free of charge to every household in Ondo State.
Authorities are warning that the nets are not for sale, urging residents to put them to proper use in safeguarding lives. The campaign comes at a critical time as health experts warn of a possible resurgence of malaria driven by climate change and rising insecticide resistance. Blessing Obi, Osrc News.
Now, lack of good parenting is a major driver of social vices in society, a concern that requires the collective efforts of everyone. This informed the visit of the police campaign against cultism and other vices, POCACAF, to the Osrc Media Group for collaboration. Omorion Laugbenji reports that the Director General, Kenneth Otishola Stevenson, reaffirmed the organization's commitment to promoting a society free of social vices.
Daily reports of youths engaging in cultism, smoking and drinking, internet fraud, theft, kidnapping, and other crimes paints a worrying picture of the nation's future. Research consistently links these social vices to parental negligence in child upbringing. To curb this trend, the Nigerian police introduced POCACAF, an initiative that tackles the root causes of cultism and other crimes. Led by its chairman in Ondo State, Regina Mogbujuri, the group said traditional law enforcement measures alone can no longer curb these crimes. She stressed the need for partnerships with stakeholders including Osrc Media Group to spread preventive messages.
Our past effort is not unnoticed. We are not ungrateful of how you disseminate information, how you support other government parastatals to air out their views at all time, all what we've been doing to make sure that the masses benefit for what's happening, the duties of the government. We appreciate once again, sir. Then this issue of POCACAF, apart from having you as a mother, father, to be with us, and then having you to walk along with us, we also want you to be physically sane in all the program we want to
engage upon.
Responding, the Media Group Director General, Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, commended the team's selfless service to humanity and assured them of the organization's commitment to continuous public enlightenment. He noted that OSRC's 3 broadcast channels, OSRC TV, Orange 94.5 FM, and Sunshine 6.5 FM, Alalaye, are already rich with programs in various languages that promote sound moral values.
It's a good thing that you decided to come in on this advocacy, and you have chosen the right places. You know, because they are the ones that will have to disseminate this information, and it's like you have about a month-long kind of activities that you're doing, and because the AIG himself and endorse what you're doing, so we don't have any choice but to also endorse. All I can just tell you is the fact that we are a government agency, and the little we can do to help to disseminate your information, if you put it together, we'll be able to help you to do it, because it is also our responsibility. Almost every one of us here, we are parents, right? And as parents, it's our duty to tailor our children to the right path so that they don't become drug addicts on the street. Sometimes you walk on the street, you see some mad men or mad women. It's because of drugs. It's nothing more. Some people will say, this thing is about the drug they started using from the childhood, and nobody was controlling them. And before you know it, they end up in the street. So
he encouraged Pokakov to take advantage of available windows in the 3 channels to achieve the desired results. Omoriola Mbiji, OSRC News.
And for parents and guardians in the federal local government area of Ondo State, the burden of getting exercise books has been lifted as the educational material was given to hundreds of students. The gesture came from a philanthropist and an APC chieftain, Mrs. Yetunde Adaramodu, who donated exercise books to 4 secondary schools in the area. OSRC's Adewumi Taiwo reports.
The fresh intervention by Mrs. Yetunde Adaramodu has brought relief to parents and renewed hope to learners as the donation covers Olua High School, Adaramodu's alma mater, Community High School Isharun, Anglican Grammar School Igbaraoke, and Alashagba Community High School Ibuji. At the presentation, the philanthropist attributed the initiative to her passion for promoting education.
This is an encouragement for them for what I put in front page of the book, that they should stay strong, they should be positive, they should be themselves, they should be grateful, and they should not give up. It's a means to encourage the students of nowadays that their future is brighter.
She urged the students to stay focused, remain dedicated, and strive for excellence in their studies.
My advice for the students is that they should be focused in whatever they do. They should not relent. They should not give up in whatever endeavor that they want to go into.
Teachers and community leaders said the support would motivate students, ease financial pressure on parents, and complement government efforts in the education sector.
Adibi, she was not that focused when she was here. She wouldn't have amounted to anything, and she will not be giving something back into the school today. So my advice to the students is for them to emulate her and be focused in whatever they are doing, especially in their studies.
What they are doing now is a laudable investment, because I really appreciate her, because it is not everybody that can do what she's doing.
I want to appreciate this woman for her kind gesture towards the school. She has been coming to encourage the students, and she has come again this session to come and encourage them the more.
We know that actually the students are very happy to see somebody coming, especially during the beginning of the term of the session, to give them an exercise book in preparation for their academic activities. So it was a very good gesture. We appreciate the woman for what she has done, and we pray that God Almighty will continue to bless her.
The students here to equally emulate what Sister Yetunde has done today. I want to believe that empowerment is an important aspect of life.
The event high point was the distribution of exercise books, which left students with renewed optimism.
I want to thank Mrs. Yetunde Adaramodu on behalf. She gave us something and I appreciate it.
I was so happy today that with this gift that they give to us, and I pray that the Lord will continue blessing them in Jesus' name.
The donation stands as a strong testament to our commitment to education and community development. Adewumi Taiwo, Osrc News.
And that does it on Sunshine Report. Many thanks for your time. Good afternoon.